Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kate in case you are new, and in case you are a returning sabi, karibu tena sana, and thank you so much for clicking on this one. So today I have decided to do a sit down video. It has been a minute since I did one of these, so I just felt that I had to do it. So yeah, let's get straight into the video. So the first thing I'm gonna say is Happy New Year to everyone. It's a new year. Today is the first day of the year actually, so today I'm off, and yeah, I decided that I'm gonna talk about stuff that has been on my mind for a minute now. So yeah, let's talk about it. So I don't know if y'all know. I know some of you do know that last year I decided to do a queer series, but I ended up deleting some of the content that I had like uploaded. So what had happened was I got this comment from somebody who's like a part of my audience, and it was like a long paragraph. I cannot repeat what she said verbatim, but what I do know is that she wasn't like agreeing to my train of thought, which is okay. Like, I very much encourage independence of thought. So anywho, it was a video about my queerness and me choosing to like accept and live this life of being queer, and I was also speaking to my best friend about the same thing, and I genuinely told him that I don't want my channel to just like basically just be me. I don't want everything that I'm gonna do now and in the future. I don't want queerness to overshadow everything else, my entire content. But anyway, I took some time, a lot of time, like from reading that comment. I started to ask myself, do I feel the same way about the things that I said? Because I was also getting like positive comments from my friends and from you guys, but I really fixated on that one negative, not really negative, that one indifferent comment. It really got to me, and I deleted the video. I deleted the video and I deleted everything. I didn't even put it on private. I deleted the video entirely. At the same time, I do feel like, I know for a fact that that comment really got to me. It really did, more than I thought it would have, but it did get to me, and I took the time to like self-introspect about myself and my queerness essentially, and it got me a little bit depressed to some extent, whereby I was just thinking to myself like and trying to get to the root of everything, and I began asking myself like, is my queerness something that was taught, or is it something that I have always had inside me? Because you know, when you listen to a lot of queer folk, some people say that I knew I was queer since I was a child, and that for me was not the case necessarily. So I began asking myself all those questions, and also realizing in asking myself those questions, I realized that I personally have had influences on me since I was young. So when I was young growing up, I wasn't really allowed to even be outside. Like, I wasn't even outside like that. Like, even going to the shop was just going to the shop. I wouldn't like stay outside because I was raised in a very strict household, so I wasn't allowed to be outside. And also, like, there are so many people who are part of my extended family who dropped out of school due to like early pregnancies. I'm talking about even Form 2, Form 1. They dropped out of school due to all of those situations, and that was not the case for me. So like, me wanting and talking to men was not really like an option. I didn't have that. Even in high school, if you can go back to my previous videos, I have a video where I was talking this video is like from so long ago. I have a video where I talked about my first kiss, and that was actually Form 3 going to Form 4, and bro, when I tell you I cried, like it was so embarrassing. I really cried. I thought I was like, I was already spiraling, and I was thinking, oh my god, I'm gonna get pregnant. This guy is just like, no. Go watch that video. It's a really old video, so if you know, you know. If you don't know, go watch it. So anyway, I was saying my queerness was also influenced by that. Like, you are not safe around men, you are not safe around people of the opposite gender. And when I also went to high school, this queer part of me was also like amplified, because we did have lesbians in our secondary school, and yeah, but I also cannot recall. Okay, I do recall that the first time I was looking at somebody of the same sex as me and thought like, damn, she fine, like she really fine. The first time that happened was when I was in church, and I kid you not. So I really cannot remember if it was before I went to high school or after I went to high school, like within the first year of high school. I really cannot recall. I say that to say is perhaps for me, my queerness was also influenced by also some of the things that I have experienced, and I don't know if I want to say this, and I don't know if I'm ready to say it, but let me just say it. And it's hard and very triggering, and trigger warning for anyone who has gone through it. When 2017, I was sexually assaulted by a guy, a male individual who I thought was my friend. I really am not going to go into the nitty-gritties of what actually happened, but it did actually happen. So I also wondered if that also made me more susceptible to wanting to be queer, because I feel safer with women. I don't know how to explain it. At the same time, I was also, during my early 20s, I was also in what I would consider my first serious relationship, and it was very much heterosexual. And that might sound strange. Not me claiming this man, not me claiming this nigga. Anyway. So yeah, I was actually in a heterosexual relationship where I thought that was what I wanted. But when I think, and I have been in those situations and I haven't felt happy. So when she made that comment, it was like, oh my god, it felt like I am just gonna go to hell and I'm gonna burn in hell because I do not subscribe to heterosexuality fully. And it made me feel bad, and it made me feel like, damn, to some extent I did feel miserable because I was not happy, and I've never I don't feel like I've been fully happy and fulfilled when I've been dating the opposite sex. But I cannot explain to you how the first time, it's not really it wasn't really this situation did not turn out into a whole relationship. That was not the case. But the first time I was actually in love with someone of the same gender, it felt so amazing. And when I compare me being actually in love with a female and a male, it's so different. It just feels easier, and it feels magical. It's like anything I've ever experienced in my life. So I just felt when she made that comment, it was just and also when I read the Bible, I know, don't think that I don't know. The Bible is very much against it. So I have been everything is not like black and everything according to the Bible is black and white. This is what it's supposed to be, and this is wrong, and this is sin. And it really frustrated me, and I just ended up thinking to myself, am I gonna be alone for the rest of my life? Because if I choose to be with someone who is of the same sex, damn, I'm gonna go to hell. And if I choose to be with someone who is of the opposite sex, I'm gonna be miserable. And I have been trying to also, I have been battling. Oh my god, I have prayed the gay away. I have prayed the gay away. I don't know if that is like internalized homophobia as well. I don't know. I feel like I don't know anything, honestly and truly, and I feel like I'm rambling, but at the same time I feel like I just wanna get this off my chest. So I have prayed, and I was just like, please God, if please take all of these feelings away from me. And I have chosen to not indulge myself in any relationship so far, but it's still, there's still like a struggle, and I feel that turmoil, because also the word homosexuality was also added to the Bible when it was being interpreted from, I guess, Hebrew or something. And I have been praying about it, and I feel like you can't pray the gay away. I cannot fully comprehend or understand when people say that they were actually, they were gay and now they're straight and now they're Christians, and I don't know how that worked out for them, but I've been praying about it. And in as much as I still want to be Christian, I also just like want to be, I want to believe in kindness and in love and being a good human being overall, because some part of me still is listening to sermons, is still listening to the word of God, is still reading the Bible, but another part of me is like, what are we doing? I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know. It's just, honestly, it's strange. I don't even know what to say. I don't know even how to describe it. Another part of me is like still on this other extreme end, and like I know that the Bible does not and will not change for me or anyone else. And I often ask myself, and I question things, and I feel, I don't even know what I'm saying right now, but I feel like sometimes that it's hard to let go. It is hard to let go of so many things, because in that video I also said that my primary caregivers, who were my extended family, who were also like extreme Christians and they were part of the church, were the same people who have hurt me the most and have done the most damage to me, mentally definitely. And in as much as I know it does not do anything to continue harboring those emotions of bitterness, and it doesn't really change anything. Like, what has happened to you has already happened. It is still hard to just like let go, and I have been delaying doing this video and not wanting to do it because at the same time I exist in a social world where like I'm just like, what's gonna happen if my colleagues see this? What's gonna happen if where I work find out that I'm actually like queer? What's gonna happen? And I ask myself, why do I care so much? But at the same time, I just feel like I want to talk about this, and I also want my thing is I also want to do a story time, which is gonna be like, it's gonna sound like the title, I feel it's gonna be like a bit controversial, but I still want to do it because I just want to talk about things. I also feel like I have put myself in situations where I know I shouldn't have put myself in those situations. What did I just say? I have put myself in situations whereby I know I didn't have to, but I was really trying to prove to myself that I'm actually heterosexual, but it wasn't the case. I ended up just humiliating myself and just feeling so bad that I was actually like willing to put myself and to overextend myself just to prove to myself this thing when I didn't have to do it. But I felt like I really want to be normal and I want to belong, and I don't know if this video is going to help anyone, if it will or not, but I feel like my people who are of the community who are still struggling to find their identity, I feel like it's gonna be so relatable. So yeah, I still haven't figured out which letter I am. I still haven't figured out if I'm the B, if I'm the L, if I am the Q. I haven't figured all of that out. But what I am just telling myself, I'm not gonna give myself pressure. I'm just gonna relax. And where I am in life currently, I feel like I have so much inner work to do for myself, and the codependence, what else? I feel like I have some codependency stuff that I need to handle. I need to also like do the healing. I also need to heal, and I need to grow myself financially. I don't think that I have the capacity to be in a relationship right now. So I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna bury myself in work, bury myself in YouTube, bury myself in passions, the things that I'm passionate about, and not think about these things. So I was like essentially wanting to compartmentalize my sexuality. And yeah, that's where I'm at. I don't feel like you have to necessarily like have it all figured out. Also, I feel like I didn't want to associate myself with the B so much because I have not been I haven't been entertaining men in a romantic way for the last, like, this would be the 4th year that I'm not like actually talking to men in a romantic way. So I don't think I really identify with the B, but at the same time I'll be seeing guys and I'm like, damn, he's fine, but not wanting to like indulge further than that. So yeah, basically what I'm trying to say is I don't have it figured out, and I don't feel like anyone should be feeling the pressure to have it all figured out. So yeah, that's just basically what I wanted to say. I'm still just gonna go with the flow and just read my Bible and listen to the sermons, and still just try to learn myself as much as possible, and I hope it all works out in the end, because girl, I feel like I have to like personally just take the time to like figure out myself and not be in a relationship at all, to just like take the time to really understand myself and what I want. And yeah, so I wanted to make this video before I make the story time, so you can have like a correlation and understand where my mind is at. And I just hope you enjoyed this video. This is like almost like 20 minutes of just me talking. Wow. So yeah, that's just basically what I wanted to say, and I'm not gonna delete this one. I honestly am not going to, because I just don't want to. And if you feel like you get it, you get it, and if you don't, you don't. I am not going to allow myself to sit down and make a whole video then delete it because someone or one person just thought what they thought and they made it known. So yeah, that's where my stance is. I don't know, and I don't want to know for now. I'm good not knowing. I'm just gonna go about my life and believe in, I just want to believe in kindness, in treating people well, in just overall just being a good human being, whether it includes religion and Christianity or not. I just genuinely just believe in treating people well, treating people with respect regardless of who they are. And that's just, yeah, and I low-key do want to also study other religions if and when I do have the time, but for now I just basically believe in just not being a shitty human being. And that's how I'm gonna end this video. Thank you so much for watching. Definitely watch the second video after this one, which is gonna be a story time. Okay, bye. I love you. Please make sure you are subscribed. Make sure you turn on your post notifications to get notified every single time your girl, aka me, uploads a new video. Bye. See you on the next one, which is gonna be a juicy story times. Period.